YouTubers, Electric Adventures here with the next video in my A to Z of my MSX collection series. Basically in this series I'm going through for each letters of the alphabet, picking a game that I actually have in my physical MSX collection. Not necessarily, you know, the most popular game or anything like that, but it's one that I consider to be the most nostalgic, or the one that I have a particular fondness for. Obviously going to struggle with some letters. D is not one of those letters. This one I had several choices. There was a shoot 'em up I've only had for a short period of time called Darwin 3081, I think. I always get the numbers wrong because the Mega Drive one, which has a different number, it's Darwin whatever, actually has a larger number, is the sequel to that very game. I bought that one a while ago, but I just can't quite get into it as a shooter, so that probably would have been picked. And then you have things, another arcade game by Namco would be Dig Dug. And I have a copy, just a loose cartridge, and it's an excellent version of Dig Dug. Dig Dug's not everybody's cup of tea. I enjoy playing it. I probably put, you know, a few coins into it in the past in arcades. Probably wouldn't have played it as much as some of the other games, but it's still a good game. And that was probably going to be my pick, and then I had a closer look at my collection, and then I realised that there is a more recent release and a homebrew that I actually really like. It's not often that I complete a game, but this one I have, and it's actually Deep Dungeon, released in 2008. So if it's going to come into focus, please. There we go, Deep Dungeon. I mean, it's all self-published by the Matra.net, as they're known, and it's a roguelike as far as map. It generates its own maps, based on seeds though, so you can actually play the same map again. Oh, sorry about that. Maybe it's night time and the light colour and everything like that. Didn't like the flashing light in the background, but everything was out of focus. Anyway, so this was actually the winner of MSX Dev 2008, I believe. Well, that's when it was published. I'm going to have to double check that, and I'll pop up a thing if I'm in error afterwards. And there are still copies available of this, so it was self-published. It's in the earlier days of MSX titles coming out from more people, and it's in a completely different cartridge shell, and you know, that's quite no top label with this particular one, but there's nothing wrong with the labelling. I mean, the case is a little bit of an improvisation that they did, but it's you know, nice, doesn't take up much room. Sorry, showing my head, and you have a little manual, so more very like the Famicom releases, I suppose, when a lot of MSX titles published at this size. But that's all been done in colour, and they did a very good job of it. And it's not a complicated game by any means, but it's a good little bit of fun, and it shows somebody cleverly using, you know, working within the limitations of what the MSX1 computers can do, and still producing quite an excellent title. And you know, this was done as part of a development competition by a you know, single coder. Well, I believe a single coder. I probably should do more research on these things throughout the year, and you know, voted by their peers to be a you know, the best game that was entered that year. And I was lucky enough that they still had more copies left. So, all right. So, best way to have a look at this game is to go and have a look at it. So let's go do that now. Right. Well, here we go with some Deep Dungeon. I'll actually play on hard because I have actually managed to complete the whole game on medium. So we basically have your man. You only need a joystick, and you don't need the button. So it is turn-based. You see the time going down in the bottom right-hand corner there every time you move. What's really cool is that obviously it's a procedurally generated dungeon, and you only get to see you know, the next part of the maze when your character can see it. And you can hold it down so it goes fluidly. And what you've got to do is you bump into the enemies, and you have an attack and a defense. So far I've got my attack hasn't been upgraded at all yet. And we're lucky so far, we're getting health potions. Got some money. The basic thing to start with is you just got to be careful you don't overwhelm your character too much. You also don't want to bite off more than you can chew. Those goblin things are particularly, as you can see, I'm losing hit points with those guys. Oops. Be really careful. Lost a lot of hit points there. And the important thing is to be pushing into them when you hit them. Alright, so I've got more defense, so it'll make it harder for them to hit me. So they are the actual stairs down, but it's probably a good idea that I look around first, because if there's another chest... Ow! I don't know. See, I've only got a very small number of... Oh, that's the end of the maze though, so there's actually nothing else to this level. There is a door up there though, but what you've got to do is you've got to actually go up the stairs and then come back down them and go the other direction. So we'll go down to the next level. Chest. So we still haven't got any more attack yet. Ah, there we go, we got a sword, so we've got one more attack. It just makes us that little bit for us to kill the enemies. And it's just got, you know, a nice bit of music playing in the background. And it's got some nice achievable graphics for the system. It's got him, and we got that. So there's our stairs down again already. Many hit points left. Ooh, we better not. Not 100% sure. I'm just I didn't actually try that when I was playing it. You can and the maze stays exactly the same, ending your quest. Horde of enemies. But you're forgetting something. We haven't actually. You still feel silly in return. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Ah, it doesn't heal you. Oh well. I didn't know. I thought maybe, but by exiting and going back in, we'd get the hit points back again, but obviously not. So we've only got 5 hit points left. I'll go down because that'll allow us to get more. So we're getting in good defense now. Almost dead. I did choose hard though, didn't I? When I hit him, he got me, and I didn't get him. Let's look the other way. Oh, and there we go. Now, if you do run out of hit points, I think that might be complete game over now. I can't remember. I did better than I expected last time, didn't I? Yeah, there we go, we're out. So there are about, I think there's about 30 levels you've got to go down to find the amulet at the bottom, and then you've got to fight your way up. So it's not, I mean, there's no character skills or anything like that, but you do have to level up your character, and it's a bit of a dungeon crawler. So very well-deserved homebrew winner. I think 2008 was the MSX Dev competition that it won and got first place, and very lucky to have a copy of it. So, especially after all this time. Well, actually, they still had copies left at the I think it's Mantra If I can find the links, I'll put that down at the bottom of the video. So, hope you've enjoyed my next video in my A to Z of my MSX collection. I'll have Game E along soon.